on guys, this is Shatik here back with another video. Now I know I haven't posted for 1 week or so because I was kind of busy, but here I am with another video, and this time we are talking about hyperlapses. Now hyperlapses are really cool, like they are like time lapses but moving time lapses, and everyone loves time lapses, so hyperlapses are like 10 times cooler. But there's only a little problem with them, and that is they are really difficult to do right. Yes, in spite of there being so many awesomely detailed instructive tutorials and videos and guides out there on the internet and on YouTube itself, still, even after following them, I couldn't get the perfect ones. So what I did is I actually tried to record the experience I had and decided to share with you the exact things that you're not supposed to do if you want to get really buttery smooth hyperlapses. So I'm going to show you what I got, and I'm going to show you how you can get even better. So let's get started. So the footage you just now saw is actually me trying my first trial of getting hyperlapses. It's like 3 or 4 months old, but still I guess it's pretty good for the beginner first timer. But when I took them, they weren't really that great. It had a lots of post production to it that contributed to it being somewhat watchable, but it could have been awesome and better if I knew these things. So this is the very first point, that is the very first mistake that you got to keep in mind if you got to get awesome hyperlapse.
Okay, so let's say you're taking a hyperlapse of this Eiffel Tower, and let's say that's you with the tripod right there, and the ground you're doing it is a straight. So you take one by one steps forward, go ahead, and the angle remain constant, and you get a nice hyperlapse. But what if the ground you were standing on wasn't so straight? Let's say it was curvy with ups and downs like you generally have in the path of life, right? And if you try to take a hyperlapse when you're at point A, the angle at which you're shooting would be totally different when you'd go forward to angle at B, because the inclination of the ground is not same, the level differs. Thus you will have shots with different angles, each frame at a different inclination, and the overall hyperlapse will be shaky as hell.
So now that if you have that thing correctly, the next thing that you got to keep in mind while having a hyperlapse is this.
Okay, so now we are going to be talking about the guides that you can get in the live view of your DSLR camera. Now you will see most videos on the YouTube already tell you to use the guide or the rulers that you can have, and use one of its cross sections or the places where it crosses as a reference point, and have it on your subject and follow that point. So you should keep that point online as you go forward taking snaps, so that that point is aligned with the real subject throughout, thus giving you much smoother results. But I will say, if you actually logically think about it, when you're going forward, you might end up in having your camera rotated at different angles, and because you have only one point of reference, it will end up in having angular displacements, thus again making your video look a lot less smoother. So if you want to fix that, there is a easier way to do this. You can already use the guides. You just have to take one axis, or rather more than one point, and then fix that on your subject and try to keep your subject aligned with that single axis or that single guideline. And once you do that, you will see that even if you have angle changes to your how you are holding the camera, the footage will still be smooth.
So now, last but not the least, one of the most important thing is you should time your hyperlapse. You should time each and every shot and basically time the difference between each and every shot. So they should be in a perfect interval. If they're not done in a perfect interval, when you are having elements such as sky or a busy street in your shots, and if you have one shot at 5 seconds and the next shot at 7 and the next shot at 16, and the gaps between each and every snap is not equal, then you will end up in having somewhat uneven movement in the clouds or probably the traffic in the street, and that will have that really choppy and weird look. Though hyperlapses do have a little bit choppy look, but that still needs to be somewhat smooth so that it feels like going in a proper way. And if the interval is not smooth, then it wouldn't look great at all. Trust me, I know that light condition changes, and once the light actually has a drastic change between two of the frames, your hyperlapse would look really ugly. So keep that in mind next time while doing hyperlapses. So I hope these three tips and these three mistakes of mine help you to improve your hyperlapse game, and hope you get awesome footages. I would really like to see that if you want me to. Now that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you found this video helpful. Keep editing, keep doing photography, videography, filmmaking, whatever you are into, and support my channel. Just give this like and share this video with your friends. That would do. And subscribe if you haven't already, because there's a lot of awesome stuff I want to tell you, and I hope you'd love to listen to. So I'll see you next time in my next video. Till then, goodbye.